What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be going over the Assassination Rogue and how it's playing out in Legion on our patch 7.1. This spec is crazy. I mean, I love the amount of damage it's doing. The utility in PvP has been taken away mostly, other than cheap shot and kidney shot and sap. Garrote is been changed into a bleed. It can silence inside stealth, but it's a bleed on our class now. And I would like to go ahead and start out with our stat priority. You're going to be running Mastery, Crit, Versatility, Haste, with a crit cap to around 35%, 35-40%. I like to have around 35%, but that's just me. I've been playing around, and the less haste you have, the more energy pooling you have to do, but if you get used to energy pooling, your damage is crazy. I'm 834 item level, and in the Nelth Lair heroic video that I'm going to be showing later today, I'm doing sometimes 200, 300k DPS on bosses, and so it's just insane. And the way I'm leveling my Kingslayer's artifact weapon is I went down this path first, got to Master Assassin, and instead of going to Blood of the Assassinated, which is a single target due to Rupture, I went Master Alchemist Bag of Tricks first. Bag of Tricks is a chance to proc when Envenom happens, and it's a huge AoE. Scales off Mastery, does a ton of damage. And so my next trait is going to be Blood of the Assassinated, and then I'm going to come down here to Poison Knives and work my way toward From the Shadows. Your talents, if I could click the right button, is going to be Elaborate Planning, Night Stalker, Deeper Stratagem, Lethal Poisons, Thuggy, and Venom Rush. Now, the reason you're going to be running Elaborate Planning instead of Master Poisoner or Hemorrhage is because Elaborate Planning is a percent increased damage over 5 seconds, 15%, and that 15% increase for the 5 seconds is outweighing the amount of damage boost from Master Poisoner and the hemorrhages increase to Rupture and Garrote. Level 30, Night Stalker. A lot of people have been saying that Garrote, Rupture, the Kingsbane artifact weapon, and Envenom scale off of Night Stalker. Only Envenom scales off Night Stalker. As I will show here, in stealth, Garrote has 185,000 damage. Rupture is at 582. Envenom is at 358. And the Kingslayer's Kingsbane is at 180,000 and 134 over the duration. We get out, we'll instantly notice that Kingsbane drops. So yes, Kingsbane is beneficial inside stealth, which is why you use it to open. Garrote did not change, 185,000. Rupture, 582,000, also did not change. Envenom, 238,000. This went down by over 100k in damage. If you are not casting Envenom from your vanishing windows, you are losing DPS. No questions asked, no buts. You are losing DPS. And the way you open up on a target is going to be Kingsbane, Garrote, Rupture. No, it is Kingsbane, Garrote, Mutilate to 6 combo points, Rupture. Vendetta, Exsanguinate, Mutilate, Vanish, Envenom. Mutilate, Rupture. So, to reiterate this, it is Kingsbane, Garrote, Mutilate to 6 combo points, Rupture, Vendetta, Exsanguinate, Mutilate, back up to 6 combo points, Vanish, Envenom. And so we're going Kingsbane, Garrote, Mutilate to 6, Rupture, Vendetta, Exsanguinate, Mutilate, Vanish, Envenom. Boom! Because that meter resets, it's going to show over 1,000,000 damage, but when it doesn't reset, you're going to hit about 300, 400k, or 500 dependent on gear. While you're waiting for Rupture and Garrote to reset, I like keeping energy at around 85 to 90 when hitting Mutilate, so that way you have time to put up that 6 combo point Rupture or the Garrote. You're going to Garrote on cooldown, and you're going to use Envenom when Rupture is not below 5 seconds. So right here, Exsanguinate came back off cooldown. We're going to Rupture to 6 combo points and Exsanguinate. And so on. If you like running a little bit higher of a crit, the Agonizing Poison build has been running around at least recently with some rogues. If you can stay on your target, Agonizing Poison does come out better. But 90% of the fights in Emerald Nightmare are movement-based fights. If you are not moving on a fight and you're taking damage, you're costing your raid some healers, and this is why I like Leeching Poison, because if you screw up, at least 10% of your damage that you're hitting somebody with is going to come back and hit you. You also have Crimson Vial, which is a 30% heal over time, so that's interesting to know. If we go ahead and jump into a explanation, so I'm gonna sort of explain how I did this. I'm trying to show you guys a little bit of an explanation in every video and then explain how I'm doing this. This is a new way I'm doing my videos. Tell me if you guys like it in the comment section below, because if you like it, I will keep doing it this way. If you don't, let me know and I will fix said issue. But for our first, we are coming to Nelth Lair. On our first boss, you're going to notice I open with Kingsbane. I popped a Defile rune here, probably shouldn't have, but I did anyway. The Defilement runes are crazy, get them for raids. So right here, you'll notice I did the opener I just explained. I want you to watch a damage meter in the bottom right hand of my corner. I also pop drums for the other people in my raid, in my group here. So right here, I'm hitting 160-ish K, 180K because I popped Ensanguinate. We're up to 200. The rotation of your opener does matter. If you do not get your rotation correct, you are going to be suffering in damage for quite a while into the fight. We'll notice that I never dropped Garrote and never Ruptured. If you don't use Vanish Envenom, you also lose DPS. So now we're going to about 7 minutes into the fight. We're 7 minutes into our video here. We'll notice that the boss was pulled early. Hunters are the bane of dungeons. Literally the bane of dungeons. Like, every dungeon that I've been in with a hunter, the boss has been pulled with barrage or sidewinders, and I get that you guys want to do that, but please don't. It kills the other people's DPS. And so right here, the boss is pulled. I couldn't get a re-stealth for Kingsbane to pop, but I did the normal rotation anyway. Keeping that normal rotation going, you're going to do more damage the further into the fight goes. So your damage is going to start low, and then by the end of the fight, you're going to be wanting to do this. Ever so slowly, you want to start rising and topping off. And then you'll go back down, but then you'll top off more. It does a little bit of a roller coaster. Thanks to the way Exsanguinate works. We'll notice 200k right before he splits into his 5. That's pretty good for 830 item level gear. And so now we'll go a little further into the video. I'm going to go about here. Opened with Stealth, Kingsbane, Garrote, Mutilate, Rupture, Vanish, Mutilate, Rupture, Vendetta, Exsanguinate, Mutilate, Vanish, Envenom. That is the opener I did here. You'll notice I'm doing over 300k down in the bottom right hand corner. Damage is crazy with this spec. And a lot of people are starting to complain that Nighthold sub is going to take over. Every expansion we have seen Subtlety take over with higher gear. I would love to see if the Mutt Rogue, if Blizzard can finally make it so the Mutt Rogue will stay with sub. Because right now we don't have the gear dependency for sub, so it is lower. Which I'm perfectly okay with because the Mutt Rogue is my favorite spec. You notice I end the fight here around 230,000 damage. And for our last fight, we go right here. We opened with a Shadow Step, Kingsbane. I had 5 combo points here, so I could have ruptured had that snapshotting effect been in place. But I went ahead and Knight's Bane with the artifact ability. We used Garrote, Rupture, Vendetta, Exsanguinate, Mutilate, Vanish, Envenom. I'll put that in the description below as to how you open. But these damage numbers are crazy. And it only scales, guys. The higher item level you get gear-wise, keep that mastery, keep that crit, and your damage is going to stay. Thank you guys for watching, and if you have any questions or you'd like this weak aura, let me know in the comment section below. I am going to post the weak aura on my pastebin, courtesy of my friend from Bnet. Have fun playing your Rogue and Legion.